Hey YouTube, making a video update y'all on this little cannon in one of my previous videos. Want to do a little work on it. For now, I'm just going to keep the body that it has. I would like to make a wooden one in the future, make it a little bit more realistic. But I do want to try to get some little wooden cartwheels for it, at least. Probably look at a craft store or make them handmade, either one. But the main thing what I'm going to try to get done is, I could have already had this done today, but the weather's kind of shitty, so I haven't really made it over to Rick and Randall's house. But I'm going to take this little chunk, like I had an air gun, the barrel was all messed up on it, so I cut this little chunk off of it. 22 caliber air gun barrel, 5.5 millimeter. Just a little bit smaller than the barrel on this one. This one's roughly around 6 millimeter, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little less. But this barrel is a little obsolete for me, I think, because the barrel stops right there where that hole is. It doesn't come all the way to the back. So adding this will make it longer. I'm going to weld it up on the back, put the hole about right there for the wick, and then I'm going to grind all this down with a bench grinder. I don't have access to a lathe, but I'm going to grind it down with a bench grinder as best I can to make it look like this barrel, so it looks like the classic cannon barrel. And I'm just going to try to make it look nice. And after that, I'm going to weld some little pegs, mounting pegs onto it, so that way it can be mounted on the cart. I'd like to fix this little problem right here from when the little piece broke off, but unfortunately it's aluminum. I can't really weld that. I could go to Harbor Freight and get some aluminum weld rods, and what those are is they're for soldering aluminum together with a torch. About 14 bucks, I don't know. It depends how much money I want to actually put into this. I'm probably not going to put in much, but I'm going to just try to make it look nice. But yeah, and also another problem with this barrel is this screw right here, I believe it's either this one or this one, I don't remember. One of them protrudes into the barrel, so can't really pack as much powder in there as I'd like to because of that. And yeah, actually one time I packed too little powder, and the wad got stuck on that screw, and all the gas from the burning powder just blew out this hole, and the wad got stuck on that screw, didn't come out, didn't push the pellet out, and got clogged. And that was a real bitch to unclog, because I packed that wad in there really tight. I had to like drill it out. But yep, that's what I'm going to do to it. It's going to be real nice afterwards, and this is a rifled barrel too. So a little bit more accuracy long range. I'm not exactly sure how this will shoot, like how far it'll shoot. Maybe a few hundred yards. It's a really short barrel, so it won't go very far. But it'll be perfect though for the 22 caliber air gun pellets, because this one wasn't very accurate. I'm not very sure what the range was on it. I never really tested that. I've only shot it maybe about 3 or 4 times. Didn't have much powder. But yeah, there's another thing too. Rick's gonna hook me up with some powder. Is that Rodney will. But yeah, that's it. I'm also probably gonna put like a little elevator. I'm gonna knock that off right there. Drill a hole to the bottom, pop a screw and a nut up through it. That way I'll be able to adjust the elevation, because it's probably not going to be as tight as this is. The only reason why it's this tight is because of that wire that's on there. That's how it's able to be moved. I'd like to be able to make it to where it'll aim up more. But yep, plan to get that done sometime this week or next week.